You want healthy, glowing skin, but with all the products, trends, and conflicting advice, it's hard to know what actually works. I understand. I am Dr. Tina Meder, a former cardiologist and specialist in the skincare development and cosmetic safety expert. I've spent years studying the science of skin. Welcome to Meder Beauty podcast, where we uncover what really matters, break down the science, and give you real expert-backed skincare advice. Whether you're looking to achieve radiant, healthy skin, curious about anti-aging, or want to understand what's really in your product, you are in the right place. Rooted in science and the truth about what your skin actually needs, we'll have in-depth conversations with leading dermatologists, medical experts, and skincare brand founders to bring you the latest innovations, evidence-based insights, and industry secrets that truly make a difference. We are so happy you are here. So let's go! I noticed that a lot of people think that if you are the skincare founder, that probably you've been born with this passion to the skincare and cosmetics and the beauty industry. And maybe it happened to someone, but never happened to me. I wasn't passionate about skincare. I was passionate about chemistry and swimming in my young age. So I've been planning to be a swimming trainer and professional chemist. But my dream to become a swimming trainer crashed in my teenager years when I finished my career as a professional swimmer, and I decided to be a chemist, but coincidentally, my mother was a chemist, and she told me, Tina, you'll be the chemist over my dead body. I was 13, so I accepted. Simple as that. And everyone told me then, medical doctor, it is a great profession. Tina, you can be the great doctor. It's so interesting. And also it is so important. You can save people's life. And I thought, okay, it sounds good, save people's life, especially when you can do chemistry in the university as well, because it is a big part of the medical education. So it was motivating for me. And I entered the university. I was very young. I was 15 years old, pretending to be older and more serious. And I wouldn't like to hear anything about the beauty industry or cosmetic because I was this serious young woman. And I came here to save people's life, not to choose the right lipstick. But like everyone in the university, you grow up and you become more mature. So I discovered that I am really interested in so many areas of the medicine. I loved literally everything except for ophthalmology. Never get it. But I loved dermatology, I loved neurology and gastroenterology. I loved pediatry very much. I decided to become a cardiologist. So I became this cardiology intern. I was 22. And once again, very passionate about it. After working a few months in the hospital, I joined the scientific team, led by a very famous professor. And he gave me the first task to go visit about 70 women who suffered from congenital heart disease and recently gave birth to their babies. So I prepared and I visited the first of them, and I wasn't prepared to this conversation because I was sure she will be worrying about her baby and her own health, because imagine she has a congenital heart condition and she just gave birth, so a lot of things to worry about. And actually she was pretty happy, very beautiful young woman who didn't worry so much about herself, but she had been worrying about acne erupting after she gave birth. And that was really a breakthrough for me. I just discovered then appearance and the skin health. They're equally important for women as their health. They care about their skin as much as they care about their heart. And for me, it was very important to understand it. Then obviously I knew that the skin is the largest human organ, but I didn't get how important the skin is. And in a few years, I've had a baby myself. And I understood it even better. And I feel then maybe I should change the specialization. So after my maternity leave, I came out as a dermatologist and I started my career in aesthetic practice. It was in mid-90s and aesthetic medicine just started to develop. It was very interesting time, so I started to experiment with different skincare solutions. And actually in the mid-90s, aesthetic medicine and aesthetic dermatology skincare, they've been so different. First of all, it was female world. All practitioners, 90% of them, have been women. We didn't have any injectables. We've had only very first chemical pills. A little bit of glycolic, a little bit of TCA, but nothing much more. We didn't have lasers or radiofrequency, but we've had microcurrent therapy and ultrasound, but no light therapy or ultrasound therapy like we have now. So it was limited, but it was very interesting. And we've had this first efficient professional skincare solutions based on plant extract, based on vitamins, first formulations with retinols, with hydroxy acid. So I was very excited about it, and I started to study it and practice myself. And that's how I started my way to the beauty industry. I started my practice. And practicing, as I've been very curious about all this, I tried to find more of information. As I remember, we didn't have Google. So I visited public library every weekend. I just left my baby at home with my husband, trying to find more information about all active ingredients we are using in our skincare. And I understood more and more about it, and I started to care about safety of ingredients and cosmetic formulations, and trying to find who work in this area. I found that that's not so many specialists, so I specialized in the cosmetic safety. It was my very first specialization in the industry. And being a cosmetic safety expert, I started to see skincare and the whole aesthetic approach very differently. Because no one can deny, it is very important how you look. Being skincare practitioners, it's very positive and gratifying job. Because the big difference with cardiology, all of your patients, all of your clients, they are more or less healthy. It's less pressure, but in the same time, it is another kind of pressure because people ask you to literally change their life. Yes, they ask you about wrinkles treatment. Many of them, they think, okay, if you can eliminate these wrinkles, I will look different, I will feel different, and my life will be different. People are ready to sacrifice the safety to get results. And I didn't like it very much. So I started to work with different skincare formulations, and I was invited by big brands, by big professional laboratories to help them optimize the formulation and optimize the treatment. So help them to create the safest version of efficient treatment, which can be offered globally. So I worked with many different methods. I work with dermabrasion, I work with microcurrent therapy, with skincare formulation being the part of R&D in the team. I created the new manual techniques like massage, and I educated skin practitioners, beauticians, aesthetic doctors, and trainer teams for brands. It was a constant challenge trying to find the solution which can be highly efficient, which can bring some visual changes in your skin appearance, which can make your skin healthier, but in the same time, this solution should be safe. And for many years, it was very difficult, and I almost accepted the idea, then you should always find a balance. Then if it is something efficient, probably it will not be perfectly safe. But it bothered me all the time, And especially it bothered me when I've been thinking about pregnant women, because pregnant women have been, and they still are, ignored category of the customers in the beauty industry. Okay, you should care about your baby. You should not think about your wrinkles or pigmentation or melasma, pregnancy mask, skin dryness, acne, whatever it was. But I remembered so well how pregnant women and young mothers cared about all this stuff and how important it was for them. And I always thought it's so important to create some solutions which can be safe for pregnant women. And at some point, I came to the understanding that I don't know if it is a skincare product, formulation, ingredient, which is not safe for pregnant women. Is it safe for everyone? Should it be applied on the skin at all, except for medical purposes? It was the big challenge for me in the industry. But one day, I took a part in the raw material conference in 2006, and this day literally changed my professional life. Because on the same day, I've seen the presentation of the very first peptide, which you know nowadays as arginine. We are using it a lot for the wrinkles treatment, and probiotic. It was very first probiotics offered for the skincare solution as an exfoliator. And for the first time in my life, I have seen an ingredient which has been equally efficient or even more efficient than anything I've seen before, including retinol, including glycolic acid. But in the same time, it was safe. And as a cosmetic safety expert, I was so excited about it because finally we have it. It is the future of skincare. So with this idea to use peptides and probiotics, I came back to Branson Laboratory, which I worked with. And at this point, I was a medical consultant of the big French laboratory, educating the trainers team on the regular basis and creating professional treatments protocols and participating in the creation of the new products for them. And in the same time, I worked in the big Swiss laboratory, very famous one. I was head of international training there, so I've been responsible for the professional education of skin practitioners in 43 countries over the world. And I came back to both of laboratories and been like, oh my God, I witnessed the future of skincare. We should use it. We should use peptides. We should use probiotics. Absolutely. Because it is innovative. It offers us the new opportunity. And in the same time, it is perfectly safe. Let's start from creating anti-wrinkle treatment for pregnant women, replacing the Botox. And Botox had just started to be popular at this time. I wasn't a big fan of Botox. I was only doctor who left the very first Botox workshop without buying any syringes and without injecting it myself. This idea, I thought it is so important. Finally, we have this opportunity, so let's do it. But in both laboratory, both teams, they've been very skeptical about it. They've been like, why we should do it? Pregnancy is such a niche market. This solution based on peptides and probiotics, it sounds so innovative. It is too innovative. It will be too difficult to explain people. And you are planning to apply bacteria on the skin? You don't do it. Bacteria are the enemies. So there've been a lot of arguments in both cases, in both meetings, and I've been so disappointed about it. I came home and I told to my husband, oh my God, I'm a genius. That was the best idea ever. And fortunately, my husband supported me very much. So we collected funds and we decided to create the product ourselves. My husband told me, you can do it, you're an expert, you are very professional, you can create the product. And I said, okay, with this support, I will try. And I found Swiss laboratory who accepted my crazy idea to use high concentration of peptides And probiotics and the anti-wrinkle product and peptides had been extremely expensive at this time, and almost no one used them. I worked on the formulation for 3 years. I started with an idea to create some anti-wrinkle product, but in 3 years' time, we launched our first product, and it was a set of 6 products for professional treatments. Because I understood that as efficient as peptides are, they need help to penetrate into the skin properly. And the skin should be cleansed before applying peptides. Peptides are fragile, so you need some specific cleanser. So I looked for some solution, increasing permeability of the skin, improving penetration of peptides, and finally I found this genius solution in the very old paper published in Japan in 50s about the effect of vitamin B3, niacinamide applied on the skin, how it increases the skin permeability. So I decided to use it, and we used a lot of antioxidants and different ingredients, and finally probiotics to exfoliate the skin, and peptides to relax muscles. We launched this professional set in 2009, and being born in the Baltic country, I thought, okay, I will be back to home. I will launch this product in Baltic and Scandinavia, also because it is a little bit like a Vegas, What happens in Latvia or Estonia stays in Latvia and Estonia. No one will know about it in France if you don't tell the story yourself. So I said, okay, if it doesn't work, it probably will not affect my reputation very much. And I announced the first workshop in July of 2009. We had this group of 50 practitioners. I presented this anti-wrinkle treatment, performed the treatment on 2 or 3 models, and it was so efficient. And it was really futuristic because in 2009, we didn't have skincare performing so well in 1 hour time. It wasn't exactly like injectables, but it was the nearest approach to injectables. So, fortunately, my auditory was very impressed. And one of the skin practitioners, Christina from Estonia, she told me, how much boxes you have here? I will buy all of them. And she ordered everything, and she started to work at the very first day. And actually, I'm very proud of Christina. She is using our product. Now it is 16 years, and she still loves them. So for me, it's real proof of the efficiency and safety of this product, because if someone is practicing aesthetic treatments on the daily basis and never had any side effects or complication in 16 years' time, but had a lot of grateful clients who are happy to eliminate this wrinkle and who are happy to have their skin changed and to keep their skin healthy for this period of time. So for me, it is the best proof. Then I was right. Peptides and probiotics, they are the future of skincare. And actually, I never thought I will be the founder of the skincare brand. I wasn't passionate about cosmetic in my young age, but I became passionate about skin health when I became a professional doctor. And for me, the skin health, it is a part of the body health, obviously. Skin, it's not only the largest human organ, it is the only visible human organ. If your skin is healthy, it is interacting with all organs of your body. And probably your other organs, they are also healthier when your skin is healthy. So it became my passion. Not the cosmetic itself, but the opportunity to make skin healthier using new innovative skincare ingredients and without sacrificing the skin health and the body health at the same time. So for me, the skincare, it is the way to improve human health and improve the quality of the human life, not only women, but for men as well, because it's absolutely universal. And I became the founder of the skincare brand unexpectedly. I wanted to launch this product so much because I feel it is the future of skincare. And I've seen some few people understood it in the beginning of 2000s. And I thought I should do it. Someone should use this new, amazing, innovative ingredients now, because if no one will do it properly, we can lose it forever. And we can stay with all those old-fashioned skincare ingredients, which have been absolutely great in 20th century, but scientific progress, it's so impressive now, and the skincare should progress with the science as well. So I launched one product brand, and it became popular. In the 3 years after we launched this first set of professional treatments, I discovered that we have more than a dozen countries over the world who wants to distribute our product. We've had our first hundreds of skin practitioners and doctors using our products over the world. And now, 15 years later, you can find Medr in more than 30 countries over the world, in thousands of clinics and beauty salons, in the United States, United Kingdom, European country, Australia, New Zealand, Norway. And I'm so proud about it. And I feel like, yes, I started as a cardiologist, but I found my way. And paradoxically, I found my way to the chemical laboratory as well. So somehow my dream came true, but so differently. So I think that you should be just confident in yourself. If you feel passionate about something, follow your passion and do what you feel then it is right to do. And if it brings you to the point when suddenly you understand that, hello, you are the founder of the skincare brand, why not? It's not the end of the story, but it is a good story. Thank you for joining us today on the Medr Beauty podcast. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an expert skincare tip. Have a question or topic you'd like for me to cover? Send me a message at podcast@medrbeauty.com and let's keep the conversation going. Also, you can visit medrbeauty.com and discover Medr Skincare, which I created. And if you enjoyed the show, I'd love if you left a review. It helps others find the podcast and keeps us growing. Until next time, stay healthy, stay glowing, and take care of your skin.